Feel that bass around the block. It's time to rewind.
What's going on, everyone? So today I just got no, not today. A few weeks ago I got this Toshiba M-66 VCR. I took off the front panel because the door mechanism doesn't work when it to eject. Doesn't work. It just stays shut and the tape just stays stuck in there and goes back in. But I have to hold this up, so that's why I'm gonna just have the tape, the front plate off for this review. The front is pretty similar to the to my Toshiba VCR. It looks a little bit like my Toshiba M662 made by Samsung, but it does not have the same tape transport, and it does not have the same digital display. And there's like a lump at the top of that VCR. And this one does not. It's a regular flat cover. Oh, let me zoom out. I'm sorry about that. There. And some Toshibas have a lump on the cover, and some of them don't. So, let's take a look at the faceplate. No, the VCR without the faceplate. How do I know which buttons? Well, they actually have the controls on the front panel too, without the front faceplate. Let me show you. As you can see, this camera can focus. It says play. It just shows me all the functions. And as you can see, the digital display is not the same. And I'll show you my Toshiba I use. Not the same. Okay, so enough with this blah blah blah. Let's take a look at the inside. You guys might... I bet a lot of you guys have never ever seen this mechanism before. I only like seeing these mechanisms, these VCR mechanisms, like in European VCR videos. I've never seen one in an American video, because I only see like most of these mechanisms exist in Europe and not here. But we do have a few VCRs that do have this mechanism. Like, I know a few Memorexes do, like only 3 models. This Toshiba, obviously, and a couple more Toshibas. And then there's that Gold Video Dude I was looking for. What that looks like VCR stacked up upon each other. That one has this mechanism too. Well, it's basically 2 VCRs built into one, so I guess they both mechanisms. And you must be wondering, who made this mechanism? You guys are gonna be like, who did Toshiba make this? Did Sony make this? Did Gold Star make this? Actually, it's neither. It's actually a Shinton mechanism. Might not look like it, but it is. Well, you can see some of this. You see those idler gears? They look almost near identical to the Sony SLV 400. If you could check in my latest video, no, not in that video, of the maybe the rewinds. I don't know. I don't think you'll see the rewinds. See them in the rewind cycle. But sorry, that's my light. But when you see, if you were able to watch the review, that's when I didn't have this light, so it's gonna have crappy lighting. But I'm planning on reviewing the VCRs I reviewed without this light. with this light, so it can be better. But I'll still keep the original videos because it could be, you never know, there could be updates on VCRs, like updated condition and all that. So yeah, this is a Shintom mechanism. Shintom. That's how you really say it, Shintom. They were famous for making VCRs in Funai made VCRs. They were famous. They were mostly known for making mechanisms for the Funai Corporation. That's when Funai VCRs were good, and Funai never made and that wasn't Funai's mechanism. That was never Funai's mechanism. But I learned that when they made their own chassis, somewhere in the early 90s, that's when things started to go downhill. So, yeah, that's how it really happens. And this VCR has a major problem as well. And it's nothing I can't fix. There's nothing I can do about it. But when I first got this, I know in a few videos that the capstan motor is the one that the motor that takes the cassette in. And when I put a tape in, it didn't take it. So I decided to check the underside, and I noticed a belt worn out. It wasn't goo, but it was like really stretched out. You could barely see the bottom side. I wish I could show you the whole thing, but I don't have a this VCR, there's no bottom cover on this. This VCR has actually more other issues, except for, I'll just get from bad to worse. I'll just start from there. So, these mechanisms actually works. This mechanism is actually just a little bit similar to those Mitsubishis in the late 90s, because it used a motor to drive the gear that is similar to this, and it drives the main cam gear under. But it didn't look exactly the same as this. This one does the same thing. As you can see, loading motor, drives this little gear here. I wasn't able to take off the audio head cleaner, because somehow stuck in there. It was like easy to take out, but it doesn't affect the mechanism one bit. But I made it stuck over here, so it won't try and go to the VCR heads. So yeah, it's a good thing. You can barely see the main cam gear. It's pretty similar to one of those Mitsubishis. Let's see if I can show you from here. Stupid. Stupid. Okay. Okay, I think I got it. You can see it from here. You can see it much better from here. Yeah, you can see it much better from here. And just a few minutes ago, I cleaned the mode switch on this thing, and that wasn't the problem of the major problem. I will tell you that, actually right now, because video and audio doesn't work. I don't know what is wrong with it. It has to do something with that control head. I'm guessing. I'm not sure. But the picture goes... The picture does... It only when I instantly press play, the picture will only stay on for 3 seconds. Then it just goes off. In the audio, does the same thing. I don't know what's wrong with it. But I'm keeping this until I find a VCR with this mechanism that actually works fully. So I'm keeping that for now, because it's actually one of the rare ones. I never saw those at Savers before. So I think that's all I showed. No, I think that's it for the verbal review. Now let's insert a tape. Oh, hold on. See, I can just let me move this wire out of the way. Alright. Pay attention on the top left corner when I put a tape in. No, top right corner. Loading mode did not turn on. Okay, now it's turning because the tape is in. As you can see, let me turn off the light. Counter doesn't move. Over time, the audio indicator turns on and off and off. That's not a good thing. If you notice that there's no counter moving, well, if it's on a digital display, that means video quality is most likely not going to work. But I can still use the other functions besides record and play. I mean, I can still play, but it won't show on the TV. I can just Q search. Oh, let me snap this back in place here. Okay, there's like some sort of keys that is required so I can access the buttons. Let's press fast forward search. Has double speed. And I don't like the power supply making these kinds of noises when I press any function. I mean, watch what happens when I interfere with the heads. Listen. It's not supposed to make that sound. You can tell that the power supply is on its last legs, so which means, well, the VCR is somewhat dead, but not completely dead. Well, it'll still be, I'm able to still use it as a mechanism, for the mechanism. Reverse search. And I'm sorry, I was supposed to review this 2 weeks ago, but I was really trying to find out what was causing the problem of the audio and video issue. So, Mr. Magnetoscope, who I actually talked to online, well, I talked to him like online, and he really wanted me to he was like, when are you going to review this? Do you know when you're going to review this? And he was actually, it sounded like he was looking forward to it, so I might as well do it now. I did review the Symphonic 2 days ago. That's going to be uploaded. It's going to be uploaded as well. Reviewed my Symphonic. Yeah, you didn't know that I had a Symphonic? Well, it's under my bed. See if I can. I'm not going to show you the video quality on this because it doesn't work, obviously. I don't want to move any VCRs at the moment. It's right there. I reviewed a near identical version, a near identical Symphonic VCR back in, I think it was last year. And I think you guys might know what mechanism it has, because I've been reviewing these mechanisms for, I only reviewed on 3 of them so far, so it's gonna be my, hold on, is it 3? Hold on. Okay, that one's gonna be the 4th one. So yeah. So now let's fast forward. Oh, that's one of the problems. Before it actually gets loud, I'm just going to say, there's one gear that is part of the idler when it rapid fast forwards, rapid rewinds. It's out of sync, and that's what's making all that noise. And I tried I want to know what, I wish I knew how to fix it, but I do not know how to fix that kind of problem. I'll let you hear the loud noise. Yeah. Come to think of it, it actually sounds, it actually reminds me of the video that I shot at Sabres. You remember the video of a fucked up VCR? It sounds a little bit like that when it ejects. It sounds a little bit like that. I'm not gonna forget that time I went there. It was pretty funny. And I knew it was a mode switch problem. Not on this one. I'm talking about the video I shot a few months ago. But I can make this VCR quieter if I press rewind, then fast forward again. Now it's not gonna make a loud noise. What the hell? Oh, it's nothing. Sorry about that, there was a bug on the floor. It's fast forwarding at okay speed. I have seen faster, I have seen slower. Rewind. Yeah, since that gear is not turning in the idler, that's why I was not making all that noise. It's gonna have a hard time rewinding. Unless if I can press stop and then rewind again, it's still gonna be loud. Now it's doing a lot better. Shut up! You can somewhat see the capstan motor under there too. See if I can shine my light through it. Yeah, you can see it turn a little bit. That's a capstan motor. That's pretty cool. And there's nothing else gonna be under there if I take off this plate. I'm just gonna let it all stop because it's near the beginning. Don't worry. It's over. It's over. Now let's eject. And just get my camera at the right position. See, lower motor doesn't turn when it ejects. When it ejects. Now let me show you the loading motor in action. Then I'll show you the main cam gear. Alright, so that was the loading motor in action. Now let's go to the other side. Show you the main cam gear in action. Need to put my VCR there. Hold on, see if I can get in a good view. I hope you can see it from here. So that's the only angle I could only capture, because there's a lot of stuff in the way, preventing me from seeing the cam gear in action. So thank you guys for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this video. I mean, if I get another VCR with this mechanism with the video working, I will review that. So stay tuned for the Symphonic as well.